Alright, y'all. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, 24-hour day, back from the break. You can always tune into us on Rabble TV, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. Also, you guys can always call in at 571-991-0566 to give your opinion on any topic we discuss. And also, we always remember that we're always live 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. every Monday and Wednesday, and select Fridays. But to go into this next topic, so Michael Jordan. Well, actually, let me not start with Michael Jordan. Well, Oklahoma City was honoring Russell Westbrook by honoring him by ushering him into the Hall of Fame for Oklahoma, and Michael Jordan was the guy that ushered Russell in. And while ushering in Russell, he had these comments. He said, "Another thing you guys should be proud of is his sense of loyalty this kid has shown. He could have easily come to Charlotte, but he decided to stay here in Oklahoma." Michael Jordan's the owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
Partial owner.
Yeah, partial owner. He said, "I'm not here to try and bash anybody that's not here. Everybody has a choice. I'm not saying everybody doesn't have a choice, but when I saw he chose to stay in Oklahoma, I was so proud. And as Clay Bennett knows and Russ know, I texted him to show a sign of respect." So that whole quote was fine and everything, but the main part that you underline right there is when he says, "I'm not here to try and bash anybody that's not here," a la Kevin Durant, who was ushered into the Oklahoma City Hall of Fame in 2009, I believe. So, Nigel, do you believe that even through giving Russell a compliment, Michael Jordan was taking a subtle shot at Kevin Durant?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear you first.
What do you mean?
Because I got something to say, so I want you to go first.
You have something to say?
I have something I want to say, but I want you to go ahead and go first.
That makes
it does. Go ahead.
It makes okay. I believe it's a shot, but I don't understand why he's taking that shot at Kevin Durant, because he noted that Russell didn't come to Oklahoma. He would have been okay if Russell came to Charlotte, but
that was a joke.
I don't know.
It was a joke.
He would have been happy if Russell Westbrook would have came to his team.
I'm sure he would have, but he said with a smile. You were saying as a joke, but go ahead.
Go ahead. That's the thing. But here's the thing: all these people get mad if players go to teams that aren't their teams. And I get Michael Jordan's toughed it out with the Bulls for multiple years, won 6 championships with that one franchise. But then when he came back, he didn't go to the Bulls. He went to the Wizards. Michael Jordan played the second part of his career, or the latter part of his career. He went to the Wizards. He didn't go back to Chicago. So obviously, when it comes to things like that, you essentially go with a place that welcomed and where you have the best chance to win. I'm not saying the Wizards was the best chance for Michael to win, but he obviously didn't play on one franchise his whole career. But I don't understand why people are taking these shots at Kevin Durant. He went to the team that was the better team. I don't understand how that's not a sign of loyalty. He was with Oklahoma City for 9 years, 10 years essentially, and it's just I get that Russell deserves Russell does.
Should get credit for staying with the team.
He should get credit for staying with the team, but I don't understand what is the sign of showmanship. Like, why do we have praise and adulation for a guy for staying with a team versus a guy that just went to a different team? What is more respectable about Russell Westbrook than Kevin Durant? The fact that Russell Westbrook decided to stay on a team that's most likely not going to win the championship versus Kevin Durant that went to a team that could win the championship. Mm-hmm. What is more respectable about that? What makes him more? Why does he deserve a text message from Michael Jordan because of that? I don't get it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Teams have shown themselves not to be loyal in any slightest way. Hey, if a team can get something for you, they will ship you off in a heartbeat. And there are some cases where they're like, we'll work it out. We'll do the best we can for you. But a lot of times, oh, you're upset? Oh, well, bye. Go ahead. Or they'll tell, or they won't even tell you or they won't even tell players that they traded them. But I said this was a shot, and it's a shot, not in the sense of I don't know if it's gonna make sense. It's not a shot in the sense like Michael Jordan went out of his way to criticize Kevin Durant. I actually think it was it's only a shot because people want it to be a shot. People want this to be like this. People want this to be a thing so badly that Russ and KD don't get along, and Oklahoma City against Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant's against Oklahoma City. When in reality the situation is it's just not there. Like there's no. Russ is taking the high road about the whole way through this. Russ is taking the high road and saying, Kevin Durant's on the other team. He did wear the official photographer, whatever you want to call that. Yeah. Whatever you want. That was obviously a shot. Yeah. But that shot I was okay with. Why? Because it was game day, and it's fine when it's on game and you're playing the guy. That's absolutely fine. But I'll say that Russ is taking the high road the entire way. Kevin Durant hasn't really done anything that what does he say? He said he's for some unselfish guys.
Yeah, he said he's
that's not. And then,
selfless.
And then they tried to make that into a thing. He said something about he made another quote in the preseason, which wasn't really a shot, but people.
He said that he enjoys getting wide open shots.
Yeah. And which wasn't a shot. And people tried to run the rest and say it was a shot. So it's like this whole thing is just kind of like gotten played out. Like I wish it's just like anytime that any of them do anything, is he talking about Russ? Is he talking about KD? And they have to run to the other and say, he said this about you. What do you have to say? And they're like, well, nothing really. And then the media says, oh, is Russ taking this away the wrong way or something like that? And it's like, no, it's not. Just let it out naturally. There's nothing wrong with it. Hype it up on February 2nd when he goes back to OKC. There's no need to do it all season long. Keep this going. Keep this streak going.
Yeah, I do believe that. Essentially, it's gotten to the point where if you can't praise Russell Westbrook without taking a shot at Kevin Durant.
Exactly.
And you can't praise Kevin without a shot being taken at Russell Westbrook. Like now, Kevin Durant shooting better in Golden State. So everybody's like, oh,
it must be Russ.
Yeah, it was because of Russell Westbrook that he wasn't shooting the numbers he could have been shooting in Oklahoma City. And it's just like, I mean,
no, it's not at all. It's like, and the whole thing about Michael, it's like, I know people. I honestly want to take Mike and say, he didn't throw a shot.
See, now that's what we're
yeah, we're gonna.
I think that was a shot.
I would like to think that Mike didn't go out there to take a shot. He probably did, but I'm gonna play nice.
Wording, and if you heard the crowd when he said it, like the wording,
yeah.
Like I get you can word it in a certain way, but dog, he said, "I'm not here to try and bash anybody." The minute you say that, it's gonna be a part you're trying to bash somebody. Yeah. That's not here. Obviously we all know the one guy that's not here ain't Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that has to be a shot to me. I feel like I know Michael, but Michael's that kind of guy. He doesn't care. Michael's gonna say what he wants to say.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? He got that clout at this point. He doesn't care, but I just wish that we could get past this point, because obviously when they played each other, they didn't even acknowledge each other's existence.
Exactly. And the point is, like, they're trying to force this this rivalry that they hate each other, and they're gonna fight on the court or something like that. And it's like they got blown out by 40 plus points. It's not. They're not even the same. KD's a better player on a better team. It's not really a rivalry. It's not really anything to be hyped up about, to be honest. And I mean, they're not. And like I said, they didn't acknowledge each other. Maybe they will in OKC. And I had no problem if they hype it up when they play each other, because then you know what, it drums it up for the games. It drums it up to get you excited to watch a game. I guarantee you, February 2nd, I'll be watching the full game. Okay, it's by 50. I'll watch the whole game, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to tune into ESPN or whatever station, the other one, the 3-letter station, and see them talking about Westbrook and all this. I'm not gonna do more games or anything. It's just more gossip talk for men, essentially.
It is, man. I mean, I will get excited to see what Kevin Durant's first return to Oklahoma City will be
exactly.
like.
And that's what I'm saying. You try and drum up some interest. That's a perfect to drum up the narratives and push them.
Yeah.
But now in the middle of November, and when the next time they'll meet for another 3 months, no, I don't. And it's like this whole, not just this either. It's like earlier in the season with the Odin. How many times did you see him hitting the net?
My God.
How many times did you see the net fall on top of him? They did that over and over and over again. What were the headlines? Odell Beckham, should he be traded? Is Odell Beckham's attitude of all the things that in the have you heard of people of it since?
Yeah.
No, because guess what? It probably wasn't that important.
It wasn't.
But they have to
win? Okay.
Exactly, and they have to push this narrative that drama's going on to, I don't know why, to make it seem like it's more than what's actually on the field.
Yeah.
So take a step back. Let's go back to on the field stuff. Court, field. I'm talking about football, basketball.
General thing.
Wherever you play on, ice ring, baseball diamond, wherever you play on. Yeah. Let's talk about that and the good stuff that happens on there instead of Aaron Rodgers' family stuff coming out. Like, come on, what does that have to do with on the field? Like, you can maybe say it's affecting him on the field, but it's an anonymous source that
his brother,
who's
his brother.
And then, but the thing is, there was a source that said his brother was using him for fame, so you can understand why he'd be upset at his brother. So once again, now you just have anonymous source. I could be an anonymous source.
Good.
Exactly. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, bro. But we're talking about it at the end of the day.
We are. I'm annoyed that we're talking about it. I told you in the text. I was like, let's talk about NFC South, because I didn't want to talk about it.
this is the stuff that people want to hear at the time. People want to hear about Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook not liking each other. They want to hear about, this person took a shot at this person. They want to hear the rivalry. They want to build up the rivalry. That's what people want.
But we're not here for that. We're here for on the field court diamond ice ring.
Well, the last topic we talked about wasn't on the field.
I didn't choose that topic either.
Oh my gosh.
And so what you're getting out of this, people, is that Brendan likes gossip.
Everybody likes gossip.
That's all we're talking about right
gossip.
now. I don't like gossip. I like the sport.
Nigel, you do like gossip.
I don't like. When do I come in here and gossip
about LeBron and Kyrie?
That's true. That's true. But that's a year ago. You had to go a year ago.
That wasn't a year ago, man. That was months ago.
It was last basketball year.
Oh, whatever.
Last basketball year.
Man. All right, y'all.
As I said, Brendan, you're a gossipper.
No,
I like the real
just
stuff.
As bad.
No, I'm not.
You're a part of this.
Yeah.
You're a part
On
of
to
this
the next
media
topic.
machine. You're
No,
just as
put your finger at me.
You're just as guilty.
I know corrupt media like you are.
Corrupt. I mean, ain't nobody paying me to not discuss something.
Whatever, man.
I will call it how I see it every time. 1,000% of the time. 10 out of 10 of the time. I'm gonna call it how I see it. Russell Westbrook ain't playing good. I'm gonna call him out on it. Kevin Durant ain't playing good. I'm gonna call him out.
Off the court stuff too.
Damn, I'm gonna call him out. So I shouldn't talk about Josh Gordon and his drugs.
Never said that. That's different. That's different. That pertains to on the field. He can't play because he can't get off the drugs.
So if you're in a rivalry, that doesn't.
It's not a rivalry. That's the point.
But if you do have beef with each other, and you see Russell Westbrook is trying extra hard to go at Oklahoma City.
Do you think they got beef?
Kevin Durant scored 45 on them.
He did.
He hasn't gotten to that point ever in any other game. They were feeding him the ball.
They were feeding him the ball.
City. So that affects how you play.
On the court.
There was background chemistry.
What did I say? I said I'm okay with drumming it up when the games happen. Did I not say that?
No, you did, but
I did.
That
in the conversation right there. In the conversation right there. I said around the game time, I have no problem with them drumming it up. I'm talking about right now. It's no point. There's 0 point.
But Nigel, the same exact gossip you don't claim to talk about is
what
builds up the matchups. So you
are
guilty
Are
of
you
it.
excited for a February 2nd matchup because of this topic?
It builds it up.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do it.
Why do you want to see Kevin Durant go back to Oklahoma City?
I want to see the crowd reacts.
How the crowd reacts because of the drama. It's drama, Nigel. It's all the same thing.
But I don't want it right now. I don't want it. I don't care about it.
I don't want it right now.
I don't want it right now. I don't care about it.
So you didn't watch the game 2 weeks ago to see how Russell Westbrook was going to play.
Did I not just say I'm okay with it hype during the game when they were talking about in preseason? No, I didn't care.
Nigel, you have to hype it up to get to the game. That's the point.
Exactly. When you come up to the game, you start hyping it.
We're starting early.
Yeah, 3 months early.
Nigel,
the game.
Nigel,
Brendan, you will remember this in 3 months.
Nigel, people are already picking Golden State and Cavaliers rematches for the finals, and they're talking about, Nigel, we're months away. You gotta build up the match.
What do you mean it's predictions?
You gotta build up the rivalry. People are talking about it's a rivalry when LeBron faced them two times,
and they split. It's a rivalry. This is gonna be like you split the games. You gotta play another series to decide who's the actual winner.
But that's it. You build up ahead of time, so when it comes up, when Floyd and that's why people do promotion. When Manny Pacquiao and Floyd fought, they promoted for months ahead of time.
They have one event.
Yeah,
they have one
you
event.
Had 2 games against each other.
They have 82 games in the season.
No, they don't play each other 82
times.
They don't.
Exactly, that's my point. I don't care
three times in the season.
Until the end of January. I'm not gonna care about what they say in November.
I gotta go on to the next
topic. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna do this time.
All right, y'all. We're gonna transition back to the NFL. We're gonna talk about Michael Vick's comments and who he thinks could possibly be the best quarterback in football right now.
I'm just right.
All right, so